You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, bunch of train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you could get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Yo, what's up, family? We back at it again. This is the Pelicans post-game report for all your educational, entertaining, exciting Pelicans news. You got me, your boy DC. I'm up in here today. Sorry about my absences the last few shows. And you have your illustrious host tonight, my girl and everybody's favorite Pels coach, Lexxah in the building. We had a bit of a nail biter tonight, you know what I'm saying? With the Pelicans, man. A tough one. The Pels lose tonight, 99-101. Couldn't really pull this one out. You had some positive signs. You had a lot of lowlights, a few highlights. But nonetheless, preseason game don't count. They almost got it. Could have got it, but they didn't. So I guess we're gonna have to hear from our partner tonight, Mr. Willie Green, to see what's going on. Tell us about it, Willie. What happened? You want to speak before Coach?
No.
Your breakdown of the game.
I'll wait till afterwards.
Right.
I'll wait till afterwards.
Let's get Willie Green and hear his take on what he got to say. Already hanging his head. Pick your damn head up, Willie.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Coach, maybe not the win at the end, but what did you like in the fourth quarter about those guys, especially those young guys, and helping those guys fight?
Yeah, they competed at a high level, and they all just stayed within themselves. What you saw up there is what they do. Malcolm, he shoots the ball, he can score. Jamal, he's a solid defender, rebounder. Elford, he's solid in terms of making sure we execute our plays. Big Trey's out there kind of hitting bodies. And so I commended them in the locker room. They just competed at a high level. And they gave us a chance to win the game. And that was fun to see down the stretch.
Sticking with that group, I don't know how many more times you'll have a chance to coach a teammate, former teammate of yours, and Alfred Payton. What have you seen from him? I know it's been a short time that he's been with you guys, but what have you seen from him? Just what does he bring?
We don't have enough time for me to go into what he brings. He's such a unique individual. From the time that he was a rookie, he and I played together his rookie season in Orlando. He was extremely mature. He still is. Has a great awareness for the game, high IQ, intelligent. He's a hard worker. I can go on and on about the positives that he brings to this group and this program. And it's a blessing to have him with us. You could see it out there as soon as he touched the floor, picking up full court. He got a foul right away, but he was setting the tone. And those are some of the concepts and things that he brings to a team.
End up getting 37 threes. It's closer to that 40 number. I know we talked a little bit about it pregame, but just how important is it to get that volume of threes? The Knicks may have not been there tonight like you wanted, but to get those types of shots up every night.
Yeah, we want to continue to trust it. And there are going to be games that you don't shoot the ball as well as we want to. But really, tonight, it was a combination of turning the ball over, which fueled their transition opportunities. They had 30 points, 30 fast break points. And when you do that against any good teams, it's going to be tough to give yourselves an opportunity to win. We look like a team that hadn't played in a while, in my opinion. And so, it was good to get out there and play against another group, and we'll get to Houston, practice, and get ready to play them to finish up.
And then just what kind of was your assessment of that first group that kind of went out there and it was kind of low scoring first quarter? But what did you think of those guys, the starters did?
I thought they had great intention. They came out with some pop to start the game. Like I said, I thought the turnovers, anytime when you turn the ball over, it's hard to set your defense. You're not giving yourself opportunities to win the possession game. So that's the area we have to get better at. But overall, a lot of positives. Yeah.
I love you.
Uh-oh.
I love you.
Boy, they speaking Willie language, huh? The love doctrine.
Wow.
Come right after that. I love you.
Oh, wow. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, shoot. 3 minutes past that quick.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to pass that quick. Shoot. Hold on. All right. Okay, so that was Willie Green talking. Sorry. Hold on.
It's okay.
Shout out to everybody.
What's up,
in the
everybody in the chat? What's happening? Stacy, Stephanie, Molly Mall. Lex in the chat. Ain't doing the show. Boy, she down.
All
What's
right,
up, Donnell?
Okay. Yeah, appreciate y'all being in here. If y'all could just take the time out to, press that like button, we greatly appreciate it. It helps the stream, all that good stuff. It's me and DC.
Shout out
on
to David
tonight.
too. I don't want to leave him hanging.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody being up in here. So let's get to it. Just heard Willie Green in his post-game recap of the Miami and Pelicans game. Just right off top, what were your thoughts, DC?
I mean, I agree with Coach in one instance. It did look like they didn't play for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The Pelicans didn't. They had a game against Orlando they were supposed to play that got canceled through the Hurricane Helene. I'm wondering how much that affected their game plan. Maybe they tried to do some things that they wanted to try in that game. The turnovers, were crazy. We'll get to the team stats and go over that. But I mean, man, you point this one out. I mean, it's just blaringly obvious. Anytime you turn the ball over the way they did, you can't win no game, man. Our main guys didn't play a whole ton of minutes. I mean, it's preseason, so they're not. Even when they were out there, they look a little disjointed. The starting lineup of Herb, Zion, CJ. I don't know what CJ was on today, man. He just came out there like he acted like he was the damn star. Like it's like, okay, you had that little heat check.
He did in the last game too. He did in the last game too.
We need you to score, but calm down. But DeJounte gonna figure it out, man. That's like a black hole. When you put the ball over there, I don't expect to get it back sometimes. So I thought they had, a few positives. I like the little two-man game with DeJounte and Daniel Tice. Some stuff I saw him doing, some dirty work. Zion's midi, he's seeing that, man. He looks really comfortable shooting that jump shot from the free throw line. DeJounte actually, this game looked a little bit more like I thought he would look last game. He had a few mid-ranges and floater, and he just kind of looked like he's getting into it. Still, I want to see some of his three-point game, man. I ain't seen him hitting no three-pointers or taking those shots back there. I think that's really important before the season starts. He needs to get a few of those attempts up. But guys on the bench, I thought they looked solid. Nothing really jumped out positively. Negatively, obviously, things jumped out a little more than positively this game. But I did like they fight from the guys on the end of the bench. It's like the end of the bench guys in at the end of the game. They played maybe about 15 guys tonight. Everybody got a shot, and I thought they did well to come back from the deficit they did. Like it's like a 15, 13 point lead. They pretty much came back from and tried to make it happen. So I think they made the best of the situation as they could. It'd been nice to get the dub, but them end of the game sets that Willie talked about need to work on that. We still got to continue to work on that.
Yeah, that's true. Now I was trying to find when the last time Miami played. Was this their first preseason game?
I don't think so, but I think this is, you know what? Maybe this is their first. I think they got. I didn't know this might be their second game because I was looking at their schedule. They got 2 more games, so this had to be their second game.
Okay.
So this was their second game.
Got you. Okay, yeah, because they played Charlotte on on Tuesday, on October 8th, and then they played today, which is the 13th. And then when do we play? Do we play on a Monday?
What's that on? Yeah, we played not last Monday because Monday ain't here yet. But yeah, we played Monday.
Okay.
And we were supposed to play Friday, and we didn't.
Okay, so if you think about it, because this is their game 2, just like it's game 2 for, the Pelicans. It's about probably the same time frame. But I was just curious to see because obviously Miami did look polished. They look pretty solid. Right off top, and I know that there's a lot of different things that play into these preseason games. It was kind of boring. I didn't feel any type of certain way. Definitely on defense, Pelicans were out of sync. Definitely out of sync. I actually was admiring the sets that Miami was playing. I was like, that was a really good play. You know what I'm saying? They had quite a few of those, but just the way that they were moving the ball was really nice. But you could definitely tell just, there's the coaching philosophy and just, the way the guys, as far as with Miami, the way that they're really disciplined, everybody knows their role. There was more certainty with their team than not. And then I actually like the way that they came out and played with energy. The Pelicans, that seemed to be a struggle. So like I said, the distance, is like, it was a long gap between their next game, but it was the same for Miami as well. It wasn't a huge difference. I mean, there was like, a day difference, which I don't know how much of a difference that makes.
Well, I mean, what about mental preparation? Like you're going into the week thinking you're gonna play on Friday, and then you don't play on Friday, and you wind up practicing.
You know what? Y'all need
you were supposed to be here, and then you wind up there. No, I'm just saying, like, just I know a lot of times, a lot of people, especially athletes that I've known, they're very routine. Like they like to know things ahead of time, and when things change randomly, sporadically, the performance does take a little bit of a dip. But I mean, we didn't show up. We ain't doing enough to win the game. I mean, that's the end of it. We could have did things better. So,
and it's the second preseason. I mean, I know, like, obviously, the wins and losses doesn't mean anything, but obviously, we're getting ready for the season. We're taking a look at second and third string guys. Maybe fourth string if that does exist. Zion, I'm not really concerned about him, but definitely one thing that I saw is that we kind of missed some easy shots. Just some alley-oops. I noticed that right away. We did look at a sync on offense. I almost had some PTSD. I don't know if anybody else saw this, but I did not like the fact that as far as seeing Zion in that corner. Did anybody else see that in the game? Did you see it, DC?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I wasn't vibing off that. I'm like, no, we don't need to do that.
Well, I mean, he took a 3, and I think they're trying to bring him into probably taking some corner threes to make that actually be impactful from time to time. But
I mean,
different sets they're probably gonna run when the season starts, and I don't know how much that is maybe trying to play it safe. You don't want to overexert them in a preseason game.
No, I mean, I don't think so. The thing is that we don't want Zion to play skittish. We don't want him to play scared out there. It's like he's healed, so we got to believe it, because that's just as bad as, overplaying him is just as bad as not, oh, let's be careful, or you know what I'm saying, like you walking on eggshells. I mean, that's not even how we live our lives, like every single day. We don't walk out our front door, be like, oh, I don't want to go out my front door because I might fall down the step and hit the ground and break my neck. Nobody lives like it. I mean, I don't know anybody who does. So, I mean, you got to go out there and be confident that, and let them play, because first of all, you're not going to get in shape if you don't play basketball. You know what I'm saying? And we want Zion to get his conditioning up, because nobody is in great conditioning at the beginning of the season, because you can't, nobody's NBA ready. Nobody's NBA ready. LeBron James, he talked about that all the time, especially when he was with the Miami Heat. It's like no one's in tip-top shape. So, you got to play him and not play him scared. Like, hey, he's been taking care of his body. Trust the fact that Amy Atmore and the rest of the training staff have been doing their thing. Zion has been working diligently to, make changes. We got to trust that at some point in time. We don't want to go.
Yeah, but I mean, you think the preseason? I don't think the preseason is to
oh no, I'm just saying,
they had them getting up and down the court. I kind of anticipated us seeing not the bare minimum, but you're gonna definitely see an effort. But man, your stars in the preseason, they out there trying to get a few shots up, get their sweat going, get some cardio, man.
I mean, but at the same time, you're getting your legs under you, right? You're working on your sets, getting your chemistry. You can't get your chemistry together if best players stuck in the corner. I mean, we want to see some. I was glad to see his jumper. I'm glad to see that, and he's actually taken those jumpers in all these preseason games. So we got a good look at that. I mean, obviously he missed a 3, but I'll tell you one thing that I was impressed with. Zion shot 100% from the free throw line. But look, before that, he got to the free throw line. Okay. I was like, wow. Because last preseason game, he didn't get to the line at all. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, all right, well, maybe they getting it together. You know what I'm saying? They just had some rookie reps in that first preseason game.
Well, go ahead and pull them stats up, and let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's see them all and what everybody they did. So we got team stats and player stats that we got to get into.
Oh yeah, all right. Everybody,
I didn't realize he shot 100%, man.
Oh yeah, and it looked good too. His shot
looks a lot better.
Yeah, and the Heat, man, when he shot that jumper, did you see the way his form was?
Yeah, it's really smooth,
man. Like that,
because it was always something about it that looked a little off. It's like it goes in, but it's like, man, I couldn't put my hand on it, but like it looks really smooth now. So maybe like you said, his form then got better, and probably the confidence in it too. Like he's probably been doing that all summer.
But you know what? I want to say this real quick, because one thing that they asked Zion in training camp about, his shooting and being comfortable shooting those 15 and 20 footers, and even from the 3-point line, but more so really his mid game, right, or mid range. Mm-hmm. And one thing that he said is that you know, he doesn't like to miss shots. And I like that because, you know, we've seen guys where they just put up shots. They just chuck up shots. You know what I'm saying? Zion
Mamba
likes to be
mentality, baby.
efficient. Yeah, he
The Mamba
wants to
mentality.
be efficient with his shooting. You know, he wants to take, good shots. And I actually commend that because, you know, obviously you don't just want to throw up shots. You want to take good shots. And one thing he understands, like, I'm really good, you know, getting to the basket, finishing around the basket. Like, I have a touch around the basket. And the thing is, it works. That's the highest percentage shot on the court. Highest percentage shot. And, you know, by him being down there and being like shooting 60, 70% down there, I mean, hey, man, keep going down there. But we also understand that opening up the game will also make him more dangerous, as well as opening up, you know, for the teammates around him. So, I mean, just the way that his thought process was is that, you know, if he misses 2 shots in a row with jumpers, you know what I'm saying? He wants to be efficient out there. He doesn't just want to be putting up shots and missing them and missing them and missing them. And sometimes that does happen. But I guess, you know, he doesn't really have that mentality where, you know, shooters shoot. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care. Look, I don't care how many times I miss. The worst shot is the shot that's not taken. So, you know, you can appreciate that stance, but we definitely, you know, want him to shoot more. And I think definitely according to his presser, he's up for that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get to these stats here.
Yeah,
All right.
you got the team stats up?
Oh, yeah. You see them?
I see players. I don't see team stats.
Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. No, wait. No, that's not it. That's not it either. Goodness gracious.
There you go. Game recap right there.
Game recap. Well, I think that's a video, though.
Oh,
That's a video. I probably have to hold on because I'm on NBA.com. I should be able to get to it from here, though. Box score. Okay, hold on. I probably have to go to let me go to
go ESPN. Well, let me see. I think I might have it.
Okay, you pulling it up?
Here we go.
Okay.
Right there. There you go.
All right. So you gonna reinforce DC?
I guess so.
Hey.
All right. So let's get these team statistics. You got the Pels that shot a total of 80 field goals. The Heat turned around and got 94 of them things on us. You know what I'm saying? They made 39. We made 36. We shot 45%. They shot 41. We didn't hit our total of 43 pointers. We went 9 for 37. The Heat looks like they executed our game plan. They went 9 for 42. They got their 43s. They had 21% on them threes. And we were 24% on them. We did pretty good at the charity stripe, converting on 72 of those things. We were 18 for 25. They converted at 60%, but they did hit the final 2 that mattered to win the game. That was 14 for 23 for them. Rebounds were dead even. We got 48, and so did they. But we got 12 rebounds, and they got 15. So they were able to get 3 more offensive rebounds than us. Defensive rebounds was 26-33. The assist game was won by Miami Heat with 26 assists. Hold on 1 second, fam. All right.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. Hold on. Sorry about that, you guys.
I got it, Lex. I'm back.
Oh, okay. All right. I knew the baby was
had a little trouble in paradise for a second. I'm all right now.
Okay.
Let me see where I was at. Yeah, so the Heat won the assist battle 26, and we got 19. We had 8 steals, but they got 15 of them things, man. It was lighting us up with them steals. But the Pels, for the first time in a long time, had 11 blocks. That's a pretty good stat for the Pels, man. If y'all been here, like we've been here for the long haul, y'all know the Pels ain't really getting a lot of double-digit block games. So to get 11 is pretty impressive. The Heat only got 1 block, but we had a total of 24 turnovers to their 17. We conceded 28 points off those turnovers to 18. So that's a 10-point deficit right there. We lost the game by 2 points, so we did a lot better in that area. Could have changed things. Points in the paint were 42 to 56, as well as fouls were 18 to 21, and total technical fouls were 0. So you can go to the player statistics now if you want to do it from NBA.com. Let's cover it like that.
All right. Hold on. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So let's see. First up, we got Herb Jones. Played about 23 minutes. Or 23 and some change. Shot 1 for 5. 20% from field goal. He's 1 for 4 for 3-point range. Shot 50% from the free throw line. Had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 0 blocks, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, total 4 points, and a -9 in the plus minus. Zion just played 17 minutes, 17 and some change. Shot 50% from field goal. He attempted a 3, but he was 0 for 1 there. Shot 100%, going 3 for 3 at the free throw line. Had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 2 turnovers, no fouls, total 13 points, and had -4 in the plus minus. You look at Daniel Tice, played a little bit over 18 minutes. Yeah, he didn't shoot too well. But he attempted a 3. Let's see. Rebounds. He had 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, -12 in the plus minus. And then we got CJ McCollum, played a little bit over 21 minutes. All right. He was 4 for 11, 36.4. I see where you were talking about as far as chucking up those shots. 2 for 8 from 3-pointers, shooting 25% there. Had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover. He had 10 points, and he was -14 in the plus minus. Next, we have brother DeJounte Murray. Okay. Again, also playing a little bit over 21 minutes. Let's see, he was 5 for 10, shooting 50%. A 1 for 3 from behind the arc, shooting 33.3%. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. Had 11 points, and he was -13 in the plus minus. Got Jordan Hawkins, played a little bit over 16 minutes. It's 4 for 9, shooting 44.4%. 1 for 3 from behind the arc. Shot 100%, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Had 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, and 11 points. And he was 1 in the plus minus. All right. Then we got Jeremiah Robinson Earl. He played a little bit over 17 minutes, 2 for 7, 1 for 6 from behind the arc. Let's see, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 5 points, negative 11 in the plus minus. Javonte Green played a little bit over 19 minutes, shot 100%, going 2 for 2, 100% from behind the arc, going 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 100%. All right, Javonte, 100% on free throws, 3-pointers, and field goals. All right, it went 2 for 2 there. As far as with free throws, had 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, 2 personal fouls, 7 points, negative 5 in the plus minus.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
No turnovers either. Like, how is he negative 5?
I don't know. It is weird, but
he's just using the wrong lineups.
yeah, that could be it too. It's really something. But next is Jose Alvarado, Grand Theft Alvarado. Played over a little bit over 17 minutes. He was 4 for 6, shooting 66.7%, 1 for 3 from behind the arc. Had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Oh wow, 1 block. Okay, and 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, 9 points, and he was 1 in the plus minus. Yves Missi playing over 15 minutes.
All them damn blocks came from.
Oh, yeah. He was 100% from the field, going 1 for 1. Let's see here. Oh yeah, okay. He was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Had he had 1 rebound. Okay. 1 steal, 4 blocks, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, 2 points, negative 2 in the plus minus. Then there was Jamal Cain. He played a little bit over 15 minutes, 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field. Let's see here. Oh, shoot. Okay. He's 1 for 2 from the free throw line, shooting 50%. Had 3 rebounds, 2 blocks. Okay. 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, 5 points. And he was 16 in a plus minus. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we got Elfrid Payton, the illustrious homegrown Elfrid Payton.
Previous New Orleans Pelican.
Yeah.
Is back.
He played exactly 12 minutes. He shot 100% from the field, going 1 for 1. He went 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Let's see here. He had 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block, 2 turnovers, and 2 personal fouls, and 2 points. And let's see here. Oh, and he was 9 in the plus minus.
All
right. And then we have Malcolm Hill. All right, Malcolm Hill. All right, he went 3 for 7, 42.9%, 1 for 5 from behind the arc at 20%, 100% from the free throw line, going 5 for 5. He had 1 rebound. Let's see. And he had 12 points and 1 personal foul and 9 in the plus minus. Trey Jemison played a little bit over 7 minutes. He's 100% from the field goal, going 1 for 1. Let's see. He had 5 rebounds. I want to say that's 1 assist. Okay. Yeah, he had 1 assist. 1 turnover, 1 personal foul for 2 points, and 12 in the plus minus. And last but not least, Antonio Reeves Played again just over 7 minutes, 1 for 3 from field goal, 0 for 1 from behind the arc, 4 for 6 from the free throw line at 66.7%. He had 2 rebounds, 3 steals, 1 personal foul for 6 points, and 12 in the plus minus.
All
right. So, DC, did anything stick out to you?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, I think most of the things that stuck out to me though were basically, a lot of our bench guys. And the main thing that stuck out for me from the starting lineup is, we didn't play really well together with this lineup against the Miami Heat, who are the small ball kings, if you really want to think about it. I mean, they play Bismack Biyombo at the 5. You know what I'm saying? So
you mean you mean
well, I'm saying Bismack Bam Adebayo. Why the hell am I getting Bismack Biyombo? Disregard that.
I'm paying attention, DC. I passed the test. You know what I'm saying? But I got you, man.
I mean, for the sake of time, we ain't gonna go over all of the Heat player stats, but I will point out that Tyler Hero did play well. He was their game leading scorer, tied with Duncan Robinson, which is weird. They both were Duncan Robinson was plus 12, plus or minus. Tyler Hero was plus 3. 2 steals, 4 rebounds, 2 3-pointers. Duncan Robinson hit us upside the head with 2 3-pointers too. 2 rebounds, a steal. And that was basically, the 2 guys. Terry Rozier was out there getting busy on us too. He had 11 points. But as far as the Pelicans, man, what stood out to me, one thing I just can't shake because this is so weird. Our rookie, Yves Mises, right? He was out there getting blocks left and right. He made a few bad defensive plays. I see him make a good one. Like, yeah, and then I see somebody burn him on the screen or something. But man, he got 4 blocks and a steal. I just can't. He's out there 15 minutes. I don't understand why he can't get rebounds. And then I look at a guy like Green, who's like half his size. He's out there for 19 minutes. He got 8 rebounds. He's leading the team in rebounds. One of the shortest people on the team. So that's I ain't gonna say concerning because Yves Mises is 19. I see a lot of potential with him. He has a lot of jumping ability. To say he's that tall, man, he's really bouncy and springy. He is a paratrooper, as Big Q would say. He's like the opposite version of what's that guy we had, man? Seen a lot of stupid trades. They're trying to trade him back to us. Jackson Hayes. He's
like they trying to trade him back to New Orleans.
These hypothetical trades, man. I seen one where the Lakers sending us back so they could get Zach LaVine, and we send Brandon Ingram to the Bulls.
Yeah.
And Zach
okay. Well, no, I don't think I've heard that one.
Don't waste your time. It was very stupid. But nonetheless, Yves Mises kind of reminds me of an inverted version of Jackson Hayes. The talent, as far as athletically, but this guy, he keeps surprising me, man. He always shows me these bright spots. But unlike Jackson Hayes, I don't see him always making the same dumb mistakes. So looking to see that improve, man, that 1 rebound, it really stands out to me, with him. Another thing that stood out to me, I noticed that we obviously cut Matt Ryan, right? We cut Matt Ryan for Alfred Payton, who was a previous Pelican point guard. Jose, had a solid game. Jose looked like he learned a lot over summer, but one thing with Jose, he always gets hurt. And then we have we've been playing a roster with no point guards, if you really think about it. So Zion and BI a lot of times had to take over point guard duties, and then you have CJ trying to do that. And it just always looked disjointed. Well, this year we have DeJounte. You're going to have Zion obviously get to do some playmaking. I'm sure BI would do a little bit of playmaking. You got Jose, and then you got this guy, Alfred Payton, man, who went out there tonight and got you 7 assists. 4 rebounds. He only got 2 points in the game. He missed a real big free throw. Really didn't like that. I hope he could work on his free throw shooting because he had 2 chances to hit that free throw, man. That lane violation, and then he turned around and missed it again. Like, God damn, Alfred. And that was to tie the game. You talking about with 40-something seconds left. But other than that, watching him, man, I'm like, you know what? I can understand why they got rid of Matt Ryan, even though I'm hoping maybe some type of way we can get him back on his team. Somebody goes down. His 3-point shooting is just really valuable. But we now have an insurance policy. They hold on to Alfred Payton for if, let's say, DeJounte gets hurt or Jose goes down. We have another actual pass-first point guard on the team. So that kind of stood out to me a lot. You know, obviously Malcolm Hill, you know, got team talk about what he keeps doing. He gets in 9 minutes and the guy turns in 12 points. I mean, just his ability to score and hit some tough shots sometimes is awesome, man, and kind of unexpected. So, you know, he had decent production last game and they turned around and did it again. I'm wondering if he's gonna find a way to maybe take somebody's spot, even though I thought Kane played pretty well too. You know, I know he's on that 2-way spot. Malcolm Hill, he has another performance like this. I don't know how we just kind of let him go because I kind of wrote him off as somebody that we wouldn't keep on the team. You know, guys like Trey Jemison, Carlo Makovich, I mean, they're going to make it by default. You got Josh Adoro, who didn't play today. I mean, they just signed him. Jalen Crusher not getting no minutes. Brooks not getting any minutes. I'm like, I guess all these guys are just practice guys at this point, right? Like they have no real shot to make the team.
I mean,
so they're not playing them, so they obviously using them in practice. So really looking at that, I really wish Jalen Crusher would get a shot. I like his game, and he'd be cooking in the G League.
You know what? Did Makovich play?
Makovich didn't play.
Okay,
But
that means Misi.
Makovich played last game though. So could it be a thing where it's like rest or Brandon Ingram didn't play either? He ain't hurt.
I mean, yeah, we know about that. But I just think with Makovich, because there was so much talk about Makovich in summer league, and it seems like Misi is getting more opportunities than Makovich.
Well, I mean, Misi
I don't know what that means. I mean,
Misi is the 20th pick in the draft. He's getting paid a whole lot more money than Makovich. So they're obviously going to play him. They're going to let him get all of these minutes. Could they maybe be, I guess, more confident than what Makovich could give them in limited minutes without, and some of these other guys, they trying to, see what they got. Like, I think what he did in the summer league, and they gave him some minutes the other game. He didn't really do a lot. I think he had some rebounds and did a few things. Not too much, nothing crazy. But he didn't play bad. So I don't see them moving off of him or like he's about to lose his spot or nothing. I just think they're trying to, you're looking at Trey Jemison.
Wide open.
Right. You're looking at Robinson Earl.
It's not like there's competition or pressure, but
Yeah, but looking at the guys who's active, they played 15 people. So to me, that tells me they're still trying to figure out what guys they want in the rotation. This could have been one of them throwaway games, and the last game might be a dress rehearsal for what the roster really looks like. But I'm gonna get to my last guy. I'm gonna let you go ahead. Two guys. Reeves, I like what I saw from Reeves. I did. Offensively, he didn't give us a whole lot, but I mean, he hit his free throws. He took his medicine. But man, those 3 steals he got, and especially one of them, he made a play, man, with not much time left to get a steal, get the ball, got fouled, and I think he hit a few free throws. He could have won us that game with that play, man. And this guy, he got a little something to him, man. I'm liking that we drafted this kid in the second round. I don't know how much playing time he's gonna get this year. The Willie Green system is you got to hurry up and wait. So, but I'm looking forward to see what he can be in the future, because somebody's gonna get hurt and he's gonna get thrust in there, and we're gonna get some minutes out of Reeves, man. He seemed to be a guy that just he goes out and makes plays, man. He seems to have a pedigree of winning and very competitive. I like that. You know, you can see he's one of the highest on teams, plus or minus a 12, because he's out there hustling. And the last guy, Jordan Hawkins, man, he continues to show promise. You know, 11 points tonight. It's a hard night for everybody. Nobody looked great. And, you know, Hawk just went out there, looked like himself. He only hit 1 3-pointer out of 3. But man, that mid range and little elbow jumpers he got, they here to stay, baby. They here to stay. He's a good rebounder. He gave you 3 rebounds tonight, 17 minutes. You know, them 3 turnovers, though. I see him working on his dribbling out there and trying to facilitate. He's still got to get better in that area. But his defense is much improved. So, seeing what I've seen from Hawk tonight, man, it's only +1 and plus or minus, so obviously wasn't perfect defensively. But I think he's shown enough to be able to solidify a spot in the rotation with Willie. His defense isn't hard, and you constantly see what this guy can do offensively. The more you put him out there with other playmakers, man, with all them eyes on him, I think Jordan Hawkins is going to continue to surprise and make a lot of the Pelicans faithful happy. You there, Lex?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. I was talking and my mic was muted.
That's all right.
But yeah, there was a lot of different things going on out there. Definitely because, like you said, there was a lot of different lineups. I definitely would have loved to see, like, you saw it a couple of times, you know, pick and roll between DeJounte and Zion. With Messi, it kind of, watching him really just confirms that he just really needs reps. And like, he just needs to play basketball. And obviously, I don't feel like he's NBA ready. You know, just the way he moves and just understanding, you know, what's going on out there. I mean, obviously he was blocking shots, which is great. I think that's his superpower. That, you know, that's one of the main things about him that makes him, you know, special. But I think just positioning himself, you know, around the basket to get those rebounds, as well as, you know, just defending, because obviously you can't block every shot. You know, I think, you know, just understanding, you know, different screens, you know, setting those screens, and you know what I'm saying? Because I know there was a lot of, you know, Miami kind of beat him a little bit, you know, just getting like backdoors or, you know, on certain cuts where they just got to the basket and he was like just like a second late or something like that. But again, that comes with just getting reps and getting used to the NBA game. You know, I really admire, you know, obviously, you know, when you're second and third, or second, third, maybe even fourth string, you know, guys are playing hard. They're trying to, you know, get a spot on the team and different things. But it is nice to, you know, see guys go hard and you know, make this a game. Because, you know, Pelicans were down like 15 points and they came back and tied it up and, you know, could have won. But just with the starters, and I know it was a long time, we got to hurry up and polish things up, you know, tighten up the chemistry. Just look like, you know, the team was a step late. Defensively, they didn't do great. I think Herb Jones, he got the ball stolen from him twice at the beginning of the game. I was like, okay, what?
Yeah, they look disjointed
I
with
was like,
that.
what's going on with this picture? And that was just as soon as the game started. So, you know, Herb, and then I looked at his plus minus, you know, he just seemed like he was having an off game defensively and offensively as well. But no, we already know with CJ, you know, he wasn't afraid to, you know, put up the shot, you know, different things. He probably needs a a little bit of Zion, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be efficient, you know what I'm saying, with my shots. But, by him being a 2 guard, shoot or shoot. So the worst shot is the shot that's not taken. But yeah, Murray, I think with Murray, he's not trying to force anything. I think he's trying to get a feel for the game, a feel for the system, a feel for the players, where everybody's going to be at. And I think, he's not making poor decisions. He's not doing that. But I think he's just trying to understand everybody's positioning. I know a few times, he was, calling Zion to come over to get the ball and things. But even with Zion, I know we don't want him to go 100 miles per hour, in preseason. It's like, we already know we're going to get out of Zion. Zion is also showing that, he's comfortable hitting that midi, which is good. He showed in the first preseason game that he's not hesitant to go after those rebounds. And he seemed to, rusty as well, just like everybody else. But one thing I really don't want to see is Zion being in that corner. Like that's a no-no. Like that's, we've already seen that. That doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. It would have been nice, because we all know that when the ball's in Zion's hands, good things, if not great things, happen 9 times out of 10. We know this from the start because of his gravity. The defense, he sucks the defense in, and guys are open. And we saw a little bit bit of that tonight. I like the fact that when CJ, the times that he did like a handoff, he did a handoff with Zion. Zion gave him the ball. As soon as Zion rolled to the basket, he got it immediately back to him. Zion went in between like 4 people, and nobody was trying to stand in front of him. Zion was getting downhill. He went straight downhill, and he finished, an incredible play, with a layup. We got to see more of that, most definitely, because we didn't see that consistently on a night-to-night basis. And obviously, we want to see it with DeJounte, but we got to see that with other players because no one is able to stop him. They cannot stop that guy when he's getting downhill. And so the team just has to remember, like, we got to use Zion's gravity. It makes everybody's job. Nobody else on this team has the gravity that Zion has. So we got to use that. I mean, that helps everybody out. That makes everybody's life easier. I know when he attacked the basket, dished it out to Javonte Green hit that 3. The same thing, like, Zion, he attacked in the middle, kicked it out to CJ. CJ had an uncontested 3. Those are the things that we kind of do. And Zion wasn't working hard. He just has to act like he's going in. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take a whole lot of work, and just kick it out, and guys ready to knock down that shot. So, that was good to see. I mean, I like to see more sets, but I guess, as time goes along, maybe we'll see more. Let's see. So this next one against Houston, is that the last one? Is that the last preseason game? Because they just have 3, right?
We only have 3, so this is it.
Okay,
this is
so
it.
Thanks. Well, I don't know what
dress
we're
rehearsal against the Houston Rockets.
Because I mean, these
Talented
preseason
team.
games have not. I'm gonna be honest; these preseason games really haven't showed us a lot.
Well, I mean, so you didn't. I like what I saw in the first game. I like the energy.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I'm
like
just
how
saying,
they came out and then beat an Orlando team that they always have issues against, and a very big team. And Zion was scoring with ease on Jonathan Isaac, like they really had no answer for him. I think they look good, coming out, but this Miami, Miami's a different beast than Orlando.
I mean, we're not really seeing any consistency, obviously. You know,
we don't
all the
have a
starters
center,
play.
so I mean,
Yeah, I
we can't really be consistent until we find
just-
out who's really gonna play center.
No, but yeah, I mean, well, the starting lineup, because you know Brandon's going to be playing in the last preseason game, so it's like, is he going to be starting or is he coming off the bench since he hasn't
start at
played?
center?
I don't know, but what I'm saying is that we haven't seen any type of consistency. Like, just like we don't know, like everybody in the chat, me and you, Big Q, we still don't know what's, you know, who's going to be in this as far as the starter.
That makes it exciting.
No. Other teams probably know. They're pretty clear on their starters, DC.
Wait, hold up. I thought Herb was going to play center.
We don't know that. That's just what Sham said.
Did Herb play center today?
Said it. No, Tice was out there.
He didn't play backup center? So Herb didn't play center at all. So I don't know where they got that information from, but we'll have to see. I guess against Houston, be the final dress rehearsal for the real thing. Will CJ McCullough be in the starting lineup? Probably so. So who's coming out other than Daniel Tice? That's the only name I can think of. So maybe we'll see this centerless, positionless basketball Willie Green talks about.
You know what? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything is still, I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. The front office is trying to figure it out. Willie don't know, and he's trying to figure it out. We don't know, and we trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? One thing I can't blame on Willie, though. I can't blame Willie for us not having a center. I honestly don't think that's his fault. But
well, no, it's not. But the thing is, coaching, you can still coach. You can still put players in positions that succeed. There are things that we know that work, and we also know that you go away from that. You know, the thing is, sometimes I think, you know, Willie gets so locked into his system and what he's trying to do is that he kind of forgets, like, hey, man, this is about your system. Should be not about your system, but about the players first, and then working them into a system that works for the players. Because the thing is that if you don't have the players to fit your system and you and the GM are not connected, then that goes to another level of coaching. You know what? I'm gonna work with what I got. Okay, you give me lemons, I'm gonna make some lemonade. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I already got the lemonade.
Be enjoying small ball, then,
huh?
Guess we gonna all be enjoying small ball.
I mean, of course. I mean that's where it's always been. I mean, we knew that. I mean, because there's no traditional center, and a lot of the centers they need developing. You know, like Tice is not a starting center. He's not a starting center by no means. But he's the best at that center position because he has experience. He's a smart player. Okay? He's been with, you know, he has the pedigree of Boston, whom he's played for. He's played with a lot of other veterans that know how to win. So you look at that, and then you look, okay, well, who can come off the bench after Tice? And I know everybody's saying like Misi, but it's like, man,
nah, Misi's
it's really a distant. It's a distant Misi and Makovich. And Jimison,
I think it's Carlo, to be honest, but Misi can play.
But he's not out there.
Well, I mean, he was out there last game, Lex. I mean, give him a break. We don't know why he was sitting out. Like, he might have a little nagging injury that ain't really on the injury report. I gotta see it, you know.
I mean, I'm just saying, everything's still unclear, DC, man.
Yeah. But I mean, we know what we can get out of Misi's, though. Misi's is a guy I think that they will use in defensive situations. You know, a guy you can use to suck up fouls. You know, he's gonna have like that type of role. He doesn't get you. His rebounding was preventing him, as well as his inexperience and, you know, a lot of simple mistakes he's going to make. And I mean, Most centers do. Center is a tough position, and you don't usually see guys like come out as rookie centers and just dominate. That ain't really a thing.
And we don't need him to dominate, you know.
No, but I'm just saying, how many rookie centers you saw come out and it was just like stars or whatever. I'm just saying, like, say that to say the top of the list of centers, right? It takes them time to develop at that position. You know, when you had Dwight Howard, you had Anthony Davis, you had all of these other centers, man. Boogie Cousins might be one I remember. I think he came out, might have been on fire. But it's just very rare to see a center come out and be at the top of the game. They usually take a little while to develop. Like, we didn't know what Jokic really was. It took years of seeing him for him to turn into what he is now. So I don't think it's any different from Mises or just that position, man. It's one of the ones that kind of slowly develop. I see you, Stacy. Yeah, you're right. Wemby and Lively, but in the beginning, like Wemby wasn't really impressing us in the beginning. Maybe closer to the middle of the season, and you might have seen some flashes. Yeah. Lively, the same thing. They had to go pull a trade to get some other people to help, and Lively kind of came on late in the year. And I think we're gonna see the same thing with Mises, but in the beginning,
I disagree with Lively. You know why? Because Lively had Doncic and he had Kyrie, and they knew how to use him. When you have guards that know how to use guys and set them up, you know what I'm saying? That does make a difference. So Lively, he had a lot of help. I mean, because he was doing his thing. I mean, for most of the year. I think
he was solid. But I'm saying they still had they went traded for like two other centers though, Lex. You know what I'm saying? They went traded for two big men at the trade deadline, and that got him to the finals. And Lively upped his play once they got those other two guys on the team to fill in probably at spots where he was deficient. And he continued to get better and better and better with that happening and probably some of that pressure taken off.
Well, that was all
Lively.
That was all within a season, though. That was quick.
Well, I'm saying we can get the same thing with Mises. This is his first his first game with 4 blocks and 1 steal. See you, David. Yeah, that is pretty valuable. You know,
I need to see.
He can block shots and play defense. So we're gonna put him in a role where he does that. But it's gonna be Mekovic. I hate to break everybody's feelings, hurt everybody's feelings, but I'm really saying Mekovic because I don't want it to be the guy who I know it's really going to be. It's going to be JRE. But I don't want that. I'm saying Mekovic. But JRE is probably going to be the guy, man. He's got Willie's trust. They're going to try to put him in the mold of a Larry. I don't know how well that's going to work. Or maybe, hopefully, they just play him at power forward like they probably should if you just got to play him. But I don't think Misi is going to have like a lot of minutes, like the 16, 18 minutes. He might get like 7-8 minutes or something. Certain matchups and stuff where we need him defensively, they'll put him out there. But he's still got a ways to go. I mean, come on, man. He got 4 blocks, a steal, and got you 1 rebound. Like, my big man got a rebound. He has to figure out that part. If he can rebound and stop making mistakes defensively, which that's gonna happen. He's a rookie. Defense, it takes a while. When he can stop doing that, then he probably can get a bigger role. But until we either pull off a trade or one of these guys separates from the other, I mean, we're going to be playing small ball. So when we play some of these big centers, I don't know what we're going to do. But I think this will look a lot different, obviously, if you got Trey Murphy and Brandon Ingram out there. So until I see all that together, we really can't trip or really gauge it, really. Like, we still ain't seen them play with B.I. This might look a lot better than we think. But nonetheless, still doesn't answer the question defensively for a lot of these big men matchups in the West. And I guess it's something we just going to have to figure out and see because nobody knows, right, Lex?
Yeah, I'm just, this roster is a very peculiar roster. So, like I said, the front office has clearly stated that they're trying to figure it out, that they don't know. And they've used these words. And it's the same thing with us, which I think for them to be saying that, something's wrong. Because they have the ability, or they had, the time, to work this out in the off season. And, clearly they didn't have a well thought out plan. So now we're here, and we're in the position where we have to hope for the best and try to be optimistic, with, what's going on out there with the roster, with who's starting. It's just up in the air. So, and we're not the only ones. Mainstream media talks about it too. I mean, it's like, what's going on? What are they doing? Who's going to be the starter? And that's why I think, look, Shams, he came out with the Herb stuff and said in the last stream, it's a possibility that may happen, because we know that, Willie Green loves defense and Herb Jones is a defensive guru. We also know that, CJ McCollum is CJ McCollum. He's the political guy. So it's almost like, you got to have him in the starting lineup. We already know the situation with Brandon, obviously, to try to raise his stock, you got to play him. You know what I'm saying? So, you had those three factors. And then when Trey Murphy gets back, Trey getting hurt actually helped the situation in a weird sense, because it's like, all right, we went from 7, prospects for the starting positions to 6. So it's like, thanks, Trey. You know what I'm saying? I don't say that, against him, because obviously he does deserve to be a starter in this league. But by him getting hurt, that kind of, dwindled it down to the 6 guys. So if you think about it, the odd man out would be Tice. If you're really feeding into what Willie Green loves, and then, how he's, viewed in, his relationship with CJ and Brandon. And it's more so about kind of like accommodating, egos a little bit compared to like what's going to be the best fit. And really how a lot of people have put it is putting your best players out there, which putting your best players out there doesn't necessarily mean that that's a great idea, because we've seen teams where they've got regular season MVPs on their team, high accolade players. They're the best players, but it's about the best fits and chemistry when you talk about, having all the best players out there on the court at the same time. Sometimes that's not necessarily the best idea. So, just I see what they're getting at, and on paper, it makes sense. Just like with the Clippers, they did that same thing. On paper, it made sense. The Lakers, they've done it before. On paper, it made sense. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it actually makes sense. No, it looks good, and sounds good, but, the energy, the chemistry, getting off to great starts, we know that that's one thing the Pelicans struggled with, is starting off the game. And a lot of times the second string would have to come in and bring that energy. You know what I'm saying? And, pick up the game a little bit. And that's one thing we talked about a lot. Like, the second string shouldn't be coming in doing that. So we just got to put the right group, the right combination together to start off these games, because that's important. We can't leave it all to second string to come in and save the team.
Okay, so let's talk about the Houston matchup before we go ahead and get up out of here.
Okay.
If we can pull up the stats and statistics, if I can get it up for Houston.
Here, say it one more time.
Stats and statistics. There you go. I got it.
It's that S word.
Yeah, try to say that 3 times.
Too many S's.
Statistics.
Oh,
I can start stuttering.
Something wrong with your tongue?
Nah, I'm cool. But let me see. Put this over. There we go. Got to add it to the stage. The Houston Rockets. So we're going to be without Brandon Ingram and Trey Murphy. They're going to be without Steven
Wow, so
Adams.
he's not playing the last game?
According to them, it's on the injury report. But the Pelicans did say he was going to play, but they have his estimated return date is October 15th. So that would be,
Okay.
I think that would be the game day. So,
Tuesday.
Yeah. So I guess they're not really going to give us any breakdown. So I guess we go over here and look at Houston's depth chart. Let's see what they got up here. So Fred VanVleet is day-to-day. You got Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith, and Alfreen Sengun. Amon Thomas, Reed Shepard, Trey Eason, Steve Adams is not there. Cam Whitmore, Jeff Green, Jake Liddell, Aaron Holiday. Jason Tate, who for some reason always plays good against us. I don't know what that shit is about. But this is a very talented team, and there's a lot of guys on this team. I think a lot of teams around the league would love to have, then you talking about just like their second unit. Amon Thompson, like this is top 5 picks in their second unit. Reed Shepard is number 3 pick in their second unit. Trey Eason, we all wanted him. Cam Whitmore, instead of Hawk, we were all clamoring for Cam Whitmore. I mean, he does a lot of things. Glad we got Hawk though, but awesome player there. Jason Tate is a guy who used to start in the starting lineup at like power forward. He's like 6'4". Extremely strong though. Obviously we all know about Jeff Green and what he's done in his illustrious career. Then you ain't even get to their starting lineup. This is just like the backups. Got Fred VanVleet, who not gonna play, but Jalen Green at the end of the season, man, guy was putting up 30-point games. He's out on a mission, and basically, so is Sengun because he was balling out too. And Houston looks to be at a point where I think they're trying to decide which one of these guys they're going to pick between because they both are up for big money. And I'm not sure if they want to move forward with both of them. But then you still got somebody like Jabari Smith who plays power forward, but he can also be like a small ball center. He shoots the 3 ball, hit a game winner on us. In the game we needed that would have kept us out the goddamn play-in. And then we went on to lose to the Thunder the year before last. Y'all remember that? Yeah, so the Houston Rockets ain't nothing to play with. They have a coach, that does not he ain't preaching a lot of love. He was going around over there in the Celtics breaking up happy homes. You know what I'm saying? Udoka is a good coach, man. Before they got our man Mazzulla over there in the Celtics, Udoka had Boston in the finals, and they almost could have won it. So looking at this, man, this ain't gonna be a walk in the park. It's a preseason game, but this is the final preseason game. So I would hope we either do a dress rehearsal, maybe take this one a little more serious than the previous preseason game. I'm not sure how locked in we were for this game. Like I said early in the podcast, I understand what Coach was saying. Lex disagrees a little bit, but you're expecting to play Orlando Friday, then that doesn't happen. I would imagine certain strategies, certain matchups, certain things you wanted to try because this is your second time playing Orlando, and we went out there and beat them and looked pretty dominant with our starting unit. Obviously the reserves came in and made the game closer, but I would have thought they wanted to try like different lineups, different stuff. We got a roster full of people. We got to see who we going to keep, who we going to put at this position, who's going to get these minutes. So I just see preseason as to be experimental. But this game against Houston, I think we should get a closer glimpse of what the real lineup would be, closer to what the real minutes distribution would be of the second unit and who they're going to play together. Because I mean, after this, you playing ball, like it's on. So ain't no more time to practice too much. You got the real game coming up on what is it, 23rd, I think.
Yeah,
It's the 23rd, our first game. So they're gonna get maybe a week and a half or so get it together, and then it's all real. And you got maybe 2 games where you're probably gonna be without Trey. Well, he's gonna come back and you're gonna start working him in, man. So we got a lot of good problems to have with talented guys, but we're playing a talented team in the Rockets, and I think they need to put their best foot forward and try to do a little bit more of a dress rehearsal. Willie Green has to narrow down the guys he likes for some of his lineups. I didn't really like a lot of the JRE lineups. I thought those minutes were horrible, but I'm sure Willie's going to put him out there, so hopefully they can find a way to get him in a lineup that would help, because we're probably going to play. I mean, we're going to have to go 10 deep, I would think, with this team that we have. It would benefit us to go 10 deep because we have so much talent. But as for now, with Trey being out, it's going to be at least 4 guys that Willie has to pick that he's going to give significant minutes and figure out the rotations who he's going to play them with. I would imagine he's going to experiment a little because it's still a practice game, but I think this should be closer of a dress rehearsal. And if I see a performance like I saw tonight against the Houston Rockets, then I will be a little concerned. What's your take on it, Lex?
Let's just get this preseason game over with. And, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to the real games. All right, let's get to the real deal, and we'll be able to see like what's up, because that's the start of regular season. Who's all with me on that one? Anybody in the chat?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
No, but I mean,
you can only learn so much from the preseason. Like it's
because preseason is a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in the NBA. The NFL is a little more accurate. The NBA to me is just.
I mean, because
I have seen teams go 0-4 in the preseason and win 60 games. Like
Yeah. It's like, because really it's like it's more so a look at who they're going to keep on the roster, who's going to the G League, who's going to get waived, things like that. Preseason is more so about, second, third, fourth string. If there's a fifth string, you know what I'm saying? It's really kind of seeing those guys and how they perform and things like that. Obviously, conditioning and some type of a chemistry, getting your starters to get up and down the floor. But there's a lot of factors in preseason. So it's not, you really can't put too much weight, like, in the wins and losses and all that stuff, because obviously the game was close, but it's not like the starters, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the big time players were playing in the game and all that stuff. So it's a different type of vibe. But yeah, I'm ready for regular season. Play the game. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, you don't get any brownie points. But, hopefully they have more of an identity against Houston. There's the ball is moving a whole lot better. They're getting into their defensive sets and things that they want to do a whole lot better. They're reacting or being proactive to the ball instead of reactive. Just small things like that, getting their, reaction time down and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm ready for regular season, to be honest, so let's play, try to get better, and just be ready for that first game in regular season.
No doubt. Definitely ready for that, man. We get off to our first game. Let's see, we play what? I think the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
On the 23rd will be the Pels' first game. This should be what you call a layup. So I mean, we're supposed to win this game. So if we lose this game, this would be very concerning. Even the matchup indicator has us winning this game. So but we got to get to the Houston game first. We got to go out there and put a good showing out, just for the sake of competition, man, and building, like you said, that chemistry. Zion and DeJounte needed a whole lot. I thought DeJounte seemed to get his game going more. In the first game, I thought his chemistry with him and Zion was pretty good, of him trying to feed Zion and, get other players involved. This game, it seems like he ramped up his offense a little bit and tried to get out there and make some things happen. So very encouraged by him and seeing how all of this is going to look with him at the helm, especially him and Herb being out there defensively, man. They're gonna cause some havoc. So we got a lot of positives, even though we don't know who our center is. We have a lot of positive things on this team to look forward to. Can't wait to get this last game on the 15th out of the way. When BI is supposed to come off the injury report on the 15th. So they said Brandon Ingram would play the last game. Looking forward to that. We got 2 days, y'all. 2 days. We'll be right back here covering another Pelicans preseason game. Well, not just another Pelicans preseason game, but the final Pelicans preseason game. And I am ecstatic to get this preseason over, because the first game was a little exciting. This game was boring as hell. And I was really interested in seeing them play the Magic again. And man, Hurricane Milton had other ideas. So, shout out to everybody with them Hurricanes, man. It's been crazy.
Yeah, hope everybody's
safe and getting what they need out there, man. It's really devastating and difficult to see what's going on in our country with all of that. But nonetheless, excited to get this last preseason game over, man, and then we can get on with our normal, regularly scheduled basketball programming, because that's where the fun stuff happens on the 23rd. And with that, I ain't got nothing else to say. Let you go ahead on and take us on out.
Oh, shoot. Well, I think
so you might have something you want to get off your chest.
No, we just we gotta play with violence, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to start this season off playing a different way. Adopting, something different. That chip on our shoulders. If the Pelicans are gonna do anything, they got to switch it up, and especially by them being dialed into small ball, you got to get more vicious. You got to get more physical. You got to come out with that right energy. So, that's the biggest thing, because you're already at a disadvantage as far as with size. So, those are a must now. Like it literally is. It's heightened. So they really got to come out with that right mindset and be ready to ball. So regular season's coming. Houston's on Tuesday. Y'all already know what it is. We got to keep our heads up and and see what's going to happen with the squad. So
most definitely. And with that, I'm going to ask y'all one more time to please like and subscribe, share the show. We'll be back.
Yep.
2 days against the Houston Rockets. So with that, I'm going to say peace and go Pels. Come on. But I guess when we go to Palau or whatever, we start back smoking. That'd be one of the movies we watch. That shit gonna make you laugh when you're hot. It's really funny.
Or we could just do it to Damiano. Like that.